Good afternoon on this lazy Sunday, everybody. My name is Mark Newgent, and you're watching Mark Newgent Live. How's that for an intro? It's okay. So things we're going to talk about while people join us and want to comment. We're talking about a veterans event, some precinct walking. We're going to review a financial report from the city and spelled out in layman's terms. Talk about the school dance took my kids to, and the upcoming congressional race. Of inside information on 2 GOP candidates. Also, intelligence regarding Katie Porter's tenure as our local congresswoman. And I learned some interesting things about that. So let me just kind of get into it, get my script up, and see if I can get some comments while I'm waiting for people to join us and getting used to being by myself. And let me take this off. Also, we are being sponsored by Brittany Light and Real Estate. Let me just pull up information about that. You see the logo? It's right about, which one side is it? Right about there's the logo. Anyway, we're sponsored by Brittany Lighton. Brittany Lighton is a local Irvine-based real estate agent. She is one of the top 10% realtors in Orange County. Brittany holds over 40 awards, and for top sales and customer experience, she holds the title of real estate broker and has over 13 years of result-oriented real estate experience that far exceeds the average career of a California real estate agent. For more information, visit irvinex.com or cabrokerx.com, or you can call 949-480-7178. If you would like to sponsor a broadcast, please just send me a message and I will get you guys your name out there as well. And give me a minute to get into my groove. I've tagged a couple people. I'm trying out new software. And my family, of course, is in the background walking around on this lazy Sunday. Let's see anyone joining us yet. Let's see. I have this new software because I can't see who's watching us. It says one person is watching us. So feel free to comment, as this is an interactive live stream. Also, someone told me, take off the headphones. It's like, all right, but it feels weird not hearing my voice as all the pros. But what I'm going to do, so if you guys don't have to see those things in my head, as I have on order one of those earbuds so I can monitor what's going on. All right, so this week I feel kind of guilty, actually, not going to help on the campaign. Took the campaign off, got some sleep this morning. Friday night, I took the kids to the school dance. Also, got some papers here. First things first, don't forget to mail in your ballots. I'm going to send my ballot in a little bit. That one's mine. Again, I'll show you. Don't forget to vote for Don Wagner. He's our current mayor. Right there. There you guys go. Vote for Don. So, there you go. Vote for him. I turn that around so I don't have to look at myself in my flip-out screen. So, there you go. Vote for Don. I'm going to drop it off probably at the OC voter registration office the next day or so. A little bit about him, he's able to, lead the city in best financially managed city in the country as our mayor. So let's export some of that leadership, and hopefully the county will end up being the best financially managed county in the country as well. I think that's worth it. As you know, actually, we could go over the history of the financial collapse and the bankruptcy the county went through, but that's a whole other broadcast. I can't even see who's watching us. Ray Genoway's watching us. Oh, we got people watching. All right. Sounds good. Leone's there. Okay. I got people watching us. So awesome. So anyway, let's go into what's my agenda. I kind of want to see if I can make sure I hear myself okay. All right, cool. I've been used to my last few broadcasts have had, guests on, and pull up where's my comment reaction page. All right. Every month since, let me back up a little bit. As you guys know, the mayor appointed me to sit on the investment advisory committee. So I'm his liaison looking over this financial stuff. I do have a background in managing budgets for the federal government. I had my own budget when I was a commanding officer, not nearly as big as, the city's budget of $200 million or the budget of the county, which is currently last year's budget was $6.4 billion. And again, I'm not going to throw numbers at you, overwhelm you. It's going to get boring, and I will literally put myself to sleep. I'm not naturally gifted in this, but if you read the stuff enough over and over and over again, Not only will you not need any more sleep aids to sleep at night, you will eventually learn it, even if you don't want to learn it. But we can go a little bit over this. And my son's behind me talking. Just give you guys a quick overview. We have our monthly reports, the quarterly reports, and everything else. So this gets sent to all the committee members. You guys want to look at that. I am eventually going to get a document cam, so I'll be able to broadcast with 2 cameras. I'll have one facing down so we can look at cool stuff at the same time as you're looking at me in the talking head video. We'll just kind of go through this real quick. So, and if you're in the city of Irvine too, this is your money as well. So some of the reports, and I liaison between the staff and the mayor. Every council member has their own committee member. So I sit on the committee with 4 other people from other council members. I do know off the top of my head, Farrah Khan actually went and then she appointed Lee's son who ran against her. So that's interesting. The last committee meeting we had about a week and a half ago was very interesting, and I'm not at liberty to discuss that yet, some of the things, but maybe eventually. So some highlights. You can read this. This is all on the city's website. That's going to put you guys to sleep, and no one's going to watch this. Okay, glossary of terms. That's all that stuff. You could just going to read that if you want. We're just going to go over the basic stuff. Let's go over some cool numbers. This is some basic layman stuff. So there you go. So for the month of January, we made 500. Okay, there's the number we made. Kind of, where is that? There you go. Of interest. Okay, so that's some of our numbers. That's the city's pooled investment portfolio recap. So that's what it made. Then it compares it to the last couple of years, from 131, 2018, 131, 2017. So we didn't do as good as last year. We did better than the 2 years prior. And then, of course, there's this. For the bonds, there's our bonds numbers. You guys can see that. And this is all public information. And then this is our last one. Maybe I should plug it in to be a slideshow for you guys. And again, you can always visit the website for all this information. I wonder if I got any comments. Okay. Did I get any comments yet? Feel free to comment if you want to ask me any questions about this stuff. I thought this was going to be more interesting, but then I started looking at these numbers. I'm like, I'm about to put people to sleep, and they're not going to watch these broadcasts. However, we have about $1.01 billion of investments in the city that the people need to watch and maintain best practices to keep us the best financially managed city in the country. Very simple. Just maintain. When you're number one, there's only one place you can go. So just keep it. Don't screw it up. On that note, a lot of the things that was told to me, I'll just recall back when I was running for city council was, don't change anything. Just go into office and don't do anything. People told me this. It was really interesting. Excuse me. Hope that the sound and video is okay. It's too quiet in here. Used to broadcasting into the GOP, or into the HQ, where we have lots of background noise and people walking around. All right, so next up on the agenda. Nobody's commenting. What's up with... Oh, now I know why. I have to use a different screen. I'm using a new software feed from the Ecamm Live software, where before it was self-contained, the software, where now we're using a custom live stream. So I have to go to a different screen to see your comments. So Leone commented, sounds good. And actually, I was supposed to tag Brittany Lighton. I forgot to tag her. Let's see if I can tag her. All right, there she is. I'm going to tag her in this comments so we can talk about her business, and she can tag her websites, because I cannot put the website address in the description of my video, because then it will the Facebook algorithm will throttle it and nobody will see it. However, if someone does it in the comment, it's okay, from what I understand. All right, so what else? I went to a veterans event this week, and it's a monthly VBN, Veterans Business Network event. It's the third Thursday of every month. Usually it's in centrally in Orange County. Sometimes you have it at Los Alamitos military base. This last week was at the Newport VFW, and a lot of times it's actually at the district in Tustin over at JT Schmidt's. Do you want to be on video, honey? I only have one microphone plugged in. We can share it. It's okay. They can't hear you from over there. So I made that my go-to event that I always go to. I try to get to every month to help struggling veterans. And a lot of people don't realize how hard it is for military veterans to transition out of the military. You know, when at a critical time in most people's lives, at 18 to 22, 23, 24, they're buying a house or they're going to get education, they're building a business. Military service members are giving up their youth to serve. So they're going to get out 23, 24, 25, not how to learn those lessons in life, don't have a stable business. There's a lot of things have been taken from them. A lot of them don't make it out alive. A lot of them are missing body parts, like some of my friends. So I always make it a point every month to go to this to try to help out other veterans. When I was first, in the area a couple years back, it actually helped me, and I actually was able to connect with other veterans. And as the organizers, Kaylin and Jose, they say that not only do you go there to get connected with veterans, you might be that connection for somebody else. And that's really what it's about, is to help all the veterans. And if you have a veteran in your family that needs help, it's a good resource to even connect with their veterans benefits, some of the disability things they got going on, or also if they're struggling emotionally with PTSD. I think it's therapeutic for some guys to get around their military members. They should not be, away from a military base suffering alone. Or if you have an elderly family member that is a veteran, they may be entitled to veterans benefits, and you can get connected by people that attend that event. There are numerous organizations for veterans, numerous events. That's just the one that I go to every single month. I make it part of my monthly rhythm, and that's a priority for me. So I encourage you to watch that, attend it if you'd like. Excuse me. It's usually like $5 a month to go. So please come out there and support that. So we got people watching as Michael Kismatic and Matt Whitcomb. So how are you guys doing? And I'll tell you right now, it is so weird to be broadcasting alone these days when I'm used to broadcasting with a partner the last couple of weeks. Hoping we can get somebody to call in, but it's okay. I didn't want to spend all day prepping for this thing and then not get the broadcast started. Also, what else was I going to talk about? All right. So some other things I wanted to go over with you guys. The IEP stuff. I will be doing a broadcast within the next week with an IEP expert. So parents that are struggling with school districts or the IEPs that aren't getting the support they need, I have an expert coming on, and she will be interviewed live and explain to you all the nuances and all the waste at the school district level and really spell it out. I met her at a homeschool dance. My daughter's not homeschool anymore, but she still attends the event sometimes. And the homeschool parents are some of the warrior parents that can teach you so much if you're a young parent. A parent of young kids like I was when I first got here, and I didn't understand all the issues I would be facing raising children in the school district. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll connect you, but I will have her on being interviewed. We also have Christina Shea, council member Christina Shea. I'm waiting for her to approve the questions, and hopefully she'll call in and be a live guest as well. What else we got? Also, California GOP elected a new chair, Jessica Patterson. I honestly thought it was Travis Allen. And I heard Jessica speak. I wasn't too impressed. And I kind of wonder what made her win by getting 54.6% of the delegate votes. And Travis Allen, he got 30.7% of the votes. Maybe later we can have somebody call in who attended the GOP event in Sacramento and kind of explain why maybe they think she got elected. All right, who else is watching? I don't know who's still watching. We still got some people, so I'll keep going. No, honey, go ahead and talk. You want to talk? We're on our lazy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. We are just hanging out. I don't have any call-in guests. Nothing crazy going on. Okay, so on the upcoming congressional race, have inside information on two GOP candidates that are planning to take out Katie Porter on the next election. I'm not going to say who it is yet. We're going to, I believe, going to wait until after the 12th of March to declare, and they're going to be open, and then we'll see how it goes. Our intelligence suggests that people didn't think Katie was going to win in the first place, which is interesting. And some people are saying she didn't want it. So I thought that was rather interesting. I don't want to get any more too personal, someone's personal business, but that's what the intelligence reports suggest that I've been hearing, and just throw that out there. However, when you go through it, a Democrat challenger taking out a conservative incumbent in a conservative area is a very rarity. As you know, I think we've held this seat for over 60 years, or the GOP has. So that's interesting, and a lot of people think it's not too hard to get back. Also, there is speculation that the whole reason Loretta Sanchez is running for the OC Board of Supervisors seat is so she can be prepped so Katie Porter can hand off that seat back to her. And again, I will say this because I heard Katie say this in a public forum. And if she had told me personally, I wouldn't say it. But she actually talked about her two kids that have IEPs, and she was very open about that, which dovetails into we're going to have an IEP expert on too. So I imagine having two children with special needs and having to serve as a congressperson would be very challenging. So we can speculate and say she ran just to, maybe as a favor to somebody in the Democratic Party, and not realizing that, hey, once you win, you're going to be in DC all the time. So that's that. And some of the things that I've seen on social media would suggest that as well. Anyway, we're going to see how that is, and I will, more to follow. I have two of the two names that I know so far that are going to openly declare to take that seat back in 2020. More to follow on that, and perhaps we can even have an interview with one of those two candidates. I think one would. Maybe we can get the other on, but I don't know that person that well. What else do we have going on? So one of the financial reports, precinct walking. So my volunteers are not precinct walking. Thank you guys for supporting Don in that, and I have walked a couple. I've been doing more phone calls and studio work, and I actually feel guilty that I took the day off today. But I needed a lazy Sunday with my family, and we will be going out to watch the new movie. What are we watching, buddy?
How to Train Your Dragon.
Come on. Sit down.
My hair is not good.
It's okay. Come on. You want to talk to the audience? You talk to them.
So the movie we're watching is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World.
Cool. Which one was that? The fifth one? The first one?
No, the
I know that. I want him to talk. So.
the third one. It's the third one.
Are you excited? What other movies do you like? What other movies do you like?
Venom.
Venom? That was a good movie.
Yeah. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Awesome. Cool. You done talking? Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, guys. How long have I been broadcasting? Oh, I've been going for 20 minutes already. Didn't even realize it. It's so much easier when you have somebody else chatting. But eventually, I will get to the point where I can be like those really like highly produced studio people with like a whole team, and they've got scripts, and they say they're live, but they're really not. It's all pre-scripted anyway, and they're all telepromptered up. I don't have a teleprompter. All I have is my camera screen lens, which is take some practice to look at a dark lens and be able to talk to you guys. Someone actually suggested to me draw a face on the camera so I can look right in your guys' eyes. Who else is watching? If you guys have any comments, feel free to comment. Also, I see Peter's watching, so how you doing, Peter? You want to say hi, buddy? No, he's done talking. All right. Then Angie's watching. So how you guys doing? I'll wait for if there's a response if Peter wants to call in. Feel free to call in, Peter. Okay. So weird without this. I'm going to put these back on so I can hear what's going on. You want to come on the camera and talk? My son's being a little shy. You want to come on? Okay. All right, we covered mostly everything I wanted to cover. Also, I want to thank today's sponsor. I'll finish up with Brittany about Brittany Lighton. Brittany Lightning, if you don't notice, her logo is, where is it? Right here on my shoulders. One of those. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Brittany Lighton. Brittany Lighton is a local Irvine-based real estate agent. She is the top 10% of realtors in Orange County. Brittany holds over 40 awards for top sales and customer service. She holds the title of real estate broker. She has over 13 years of results-oriented real estate experience that far exceeds the average career experience of a California real estate agent. For more information, visit irvinex.com or calbrokerx.com, or you can simply call 949-480-7178. If you would like to sponsor a broadcast, please just send me a message. Also, don't forget to please like, comment, and share this broadcast. And if you have any other ideas for shows or you want to be a guest, please feel free to call me. All right, I think I covered everything I want to cover. I think I'm going to go take my family to the movies now. Don't forget what is it? Yeah. All right, guys. It's been great talking to you today.